Welcome to the web version of the Fragment role-playing game. This game is made to be played with pen and paper, or you can use a Discord layout I designed for it. It can be adjusted so multiple people can play as a tabletop role-playing game or as a live-action role-playing game. There are dice rolling tools on this website, as well as character generators and methods to start introductions. There's also a forum for Fragment. These generators in many games will allow you to create your characters and roll their stats and details. I am a humble sprite that aims to guide you through the process of starting up and playing this game. First, I would like to give some context on what this game's story revolves around. .hack was originally an anime that premiered on Toonami years ago. It was about an online game where people fell into comas and got stuck in the game. This may sound like a familiar concept, such as the more popular Sword Art Online. However, .hack sign was the precursor to the genre, and even to this day is still ahead of its time. The lore in .hack is so complex as to be considered convoluted even by people I've considered smarter than me. Homestuck is a webcomic that has been popular on the internet, up until recently, I suppose. It is a massive undertaking of creative engineering that has pushed the limits of webcomics and given rise to new ideas about how media can be expressed as a medium on the internet. The story, like .hack, is convoluted and extremely hard to follow. The main takeaway about the context is that this is primarily an AU backstory for Homestuck, with story, themes, and stylistic aspects from .hack. I'm only explaining that this is a niche kind of game so that there will be no illusions that there would be a certain level of dedication required to run a game as the author intended. However, the rule sets can be used for running other types of campaigns as well. I will go into this last, so skip ahead to the last page or audio file for that part of the guide. Fragment was the alpha version of the world. The world is the name of the online game in .hack. .hack has beings called vagrant AIs that can be anything from broken data, viruses, AIs resembling animals or children-level intelligences, all the way up to deific personalities and powers within the world. Spoiler alert, one such AI becomes fragmented. This is important to the core of this game for reasons I may or may not go into. This game's setting starts on Tyrna. In my alternate universe reimagining of Homestuck, Tyrna is the original homeworld of the trolls from Homestuck. The trolls share their world with other races. Lucises here are chimeras created by the gods of Tyrna. There are 4 continents. They are Gorius, Phineas, Murius, and Phalius. Each has an elemental theme and a sacred treasure associated with it. Aliens called the Abremics are attacking the low science tech but high magic Tyrna with laser weapons. Tyrna is only in the early steampunk stage, but it lives in harmony with nature. You might see that the problem here is the large difference in technology level. The Abremics hope to control and regulate the planet, moving it to another universe where they originate from, where they can push their advantage to breed a species of aggressive planet conquerors. Unbeknownst to anyone on Tyrna, the world is ending anyway. A mysterious grimoire simply titled VAGUS has appeared to the citizens of Tyrna, and it's a race against time to puzzle the secrets of the grimoire together to find out what's really going on. The book is written in esoteric poetry, in a cipher that must be broken to read. It has illustrations that may point to ways to break the cipher. Your heroes can be any of the species on Tyrna, but most notably are the Formid, black-blooded orcs, which in this AU are the same species as his honorable tyranny from Homestuck, the beast tribes, the furry forerunners to humanity, and possibly an unconscious inspiration on Karkat's part in his ectobiological engineering, and the mysterious white-blooded dragons. But as the leader of Tyrna's pantheon, you will need to select your heroes and test their resolve to survive. Give them puzzles to solve and test their strength, inner and outer. Guide them to the missing pages of the Vegas Grimoire so they can save the world from the alien tyrants and from the impending apocalypse. Hopefully, after following along with this guide, you can play the part of sprite for your players as well. Guide them in seeing what needs to be seen. They get to decide your form, but you decide what you communicate to them. If you are playing the solo version, You can be your own guiding light and carefully select heroes to adjust stats for. To run a randomization simulation, you can add story and dialogue for. You can play this game solo with pure dice, with the exercises included in the last section of this guide, as I described earlier.